Hey girl, I want to catch your wave, and welcome back to Finway Productions. And now today, after the abomination that I read last time, I am back and energized. I've dropped what I've dropped what that story did to me last time, and now we're back with another My Little Pony story. This one is got 7 likes and 5 dislikes, so I don't know what to expect actually. It's called Fluttercry, The Jump. And let's just get right into it. Actually, that's what the first... I keep getting messed up because I haven't been on this FIM fiction in a while, because that's what the My Little Pony stories are on. And it's actually called Fluttercry, and then the first chapter is called Fluttercry, The Jump, because for some reason one-shot stories have different names for the one chapter. But whatever, let's get right into it. A yellow Pegasus was stood on a lone cloud. Tears were falling from her eyes as she stood there. You lived a good life, Fluttershy, she told herself sadly. Now it's time to end it, but not without a few goodbyes. Pause, what? She took off from the cloud, heading towards a white house in the sky. The White House? In the sky? I didn't know the White House floats. The darn government, hiding everything from us. Fluttershy looked down at the rainbow-maned cyan Pegasus as she slept. She seemed worried, like she knew Fluttershy was there but didn't want to show it. Goodbye, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy said as she turned and flew off into the dark night sky. Fluttershy asked Rainbow Dash as she looked out the window at the slowly shrinking yellow dot in the sky. Goodbye, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash said, her eyes watering. So it was like... Is she just okay with this? Does she know what's going to happen? She just said goodbye. She could be leaving for a week and just had to say goodbye. Fluttershy landed on the nearest cloud and sat down sadly. Her life had not been the same, not since the guild incident. What? Oh, it explains it afterwards. I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm sorry, apologized Fluttershy. I just had a tongue twister. She had bumped into Gilda the Griffin. Who the fuck is that? I've never heard of this character. How many characters are there in this universe that are like main characters? Why don't you just watch where you're going, shouted Gilda. I. Or should I say I. Fluttershy stammered, her eyes watering. The yellow Pegasus turned around and ran off crying heavily. It was like that incident was imprinted in her mind. She'd always been hiding her feelings since then, and she'd never shown the feelings. And now she was just letting them out, and now she was going to end her misery. She's going to kill herself because she bumped into somebody and the person was like, why don't you watch where you're going? And that's why? Fantastic. That's fantastic reasoning, author. Don't kill yourself, kids. Fluttershy flew through the window of Sugar Cube Corner and landed by the pink party pony's bed. Isn't that like an establishment? I'm pretty sure it was mentioned in the other story I read. In one of the stories I've read. Maybe I didn't post that story that I read. Whatever. All I know is that I'm pretty sure that's a bakery. Does somebody live in the bakery? Pinkie was still being Pinkie, even in her sleep. It was like a miniature party was going on inside her brain. Goodbye, Pinkie, sobbed Fluttershy. Who stutters that much? Goodbye, Pinkie. It's like you got like fucking Parkinson's or something. I don't know. Sobbed Fluttershy as she turned out and flew out the window. Pinkie Pie's eyes started watering as soon as Fluttershy was out of the room. No, Pinkie murmured, nursing. Sleep. Fluttershy. Her eyes shot open and she walked to the window and she saw a Pegasus sitting on a small lonely cloud. Why are all these people waking up after she leaves and then they're being like, oh, bye? They don't know what's going on. What do they know what's going on? Fuck. The story isn't making sense in my brain. Goodbye, Applejack, Fluttershy whispered. She had already said goodbye to Rarity. We don't get to see that one. And it almost burst into tears. Applejack's eyes opened and saw Fluttershy standing, looking over. Fluttershy? Applejack asked, yawning. How do you say something while yawning? That's something I've seen in like books, and it's like said yawning. That doesn't sound like words, does it? Goodbye, Applejack, repeated Fluttershy, turning around and flying out the window. Applejack looked worried. Uh-oh, what's that pony getting herself into? Applejack said. Fluttershy landed on the bow. Oh, it's a wall of text. Amazing. Fluttershy landed on the balcony of Twilight's library. She slowly walked over to Twilight's room and looked in. Twilight was asleep. She opened the door slowly. She's a broken innard. She quietly trotted over to the sleeping unicorn. Goodbye, Twilight, she sighed. She was almost glad. It was almost over. Her misery, her disappointment. She was almost smiling. She walked into the other end of the bed and looked down at the sleeping baby dragon. Goodbye, Spike. Oh, he was in the last one, wasn't he? Except he was in the forest. No, not the last one. He was in another one I read. I'm getting very confused with my stories. Goodbye, Spike, Fluttershy said. I remember when I first met you. It was an interesting day. Fluttershy, yawned a voice. Fluttershy turned around to see Twilight standing there with a concerned look on her face. What are you doing, she asked. I'm just saying goodbye, Fluttershy stammered. I'm just saying goodbye. She stammered. She didn't mean to tell Twilight, but she just couldn't help it. Wait, you're saying goodbye? Asked Twilight. She suddenly realized what Fluttershy meant. Fluttershy, you can't leave your friends this way. You can't do this, Twilight protested. I can, Fluttershy replied, ready to break it down into tears. It's my choice. Twilight just sighed. Fine. Fine. If my friend walked into my room and told me they were saying goodbye, and I somehow just made the connection that they're killing themselves, and I say you can't do that, and they say, yeah, I can, I'm not just going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, sorry. She exclaimed, but you know you can't do it. You couldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. I'll show you I can do this. I'm not the weak little Pegasus you think I am, shouted Fluttershy. Twilight suddenly took a step back. Fluttershy would only shout like that if she was absolutely determined to do something. Fluttershy stormed past her and flew to the highest cloud. This is it, she told herself. This is the end. Just as he went to jump, she heard voices. Fluttershy, they exclaimed. Don't do it. Fluttershy ignored them. She was going to do this. She jumped. Fluttershy, yelled a voice. Rainbow Dash had suddenly shot up towards Fluttershy. Fluttershy felt herself hit by something hard, and everything went dark. Ah, fantastic. That's the end. I don't really know what happened. Again, I don't really know what happened. Why did she... I'm gonna edit that out. God damn, that's bad. Why'd I say that? But... you guys will never know, because I'm definitely editing that out. But... without for... God, that's... Okay. This is Finway Productions signing out, man.